What's up, everybody? I hate Valentine's Day. Have you ever heard people say that? You know, the reason why I posted or I call this stream I hate Valentine's Day is really because if I say that I love Valentine's Day, nobody would watch this. Because we have a negative bias as humans. If we say we hate something, then we're more likely to tune in. But the reality is that I love Valentine's Day. And I want to give you 5 reasons why I believe in love and why I think that love is still for today. Now, unfortunately, most people have given up on love, right? Let me move these lights over here a little bit. Most people have given up on love, right? Or maybe if you're watching this, you think, love isn't for me. Or maybe you have a wrong view of love. You think that love is just about what you want. You want a girl, you want that man to make you happy. And so that is what hurts a ton of people because they get disappointed and discouraged. So I'm going to just be checking the comments here online. If you are tuning in live, then I want to just thank you for that and see kind of what's going on here on the stream, because the reality is that love is beautiful, but a lot of people really struggle with love, especially on a day like today, on Valentine's Day. So that's why I wanted to give you some of my thoughts on why love is still for today. So number one, I believe that love is why I believe in love. Number one is because love is awesome. It's just that simple. Love is beautiful. In the Bible, when God created Adam and Eve, the reason why he wanted to create Eve at the beginning, this is God's opinion. This is not, I'm not demeaning anything. I'm not saying that love is somehow something horrible. God said it is not good for man to be alone. Therefore, I will create him a suitable partner. That's what God says about love. He says, it's not good for you to be alone today on Valentine's Day. Yeah, I know God is your boyfriend. I know you're giving up love for Lent. I know that you don't need no man, that you're a self-made woman, that you love your kids, Jesus is your boyfriend. I understand all that. But God created love. It says in that verse, I love it, it says that God said it's good for you to be alone. Now, there are a lot of people that are alone in this world. And I mean, I have a friend who lost her husband of 20 years just in October, just a few months ago. So, do you think she's loving Valentine's Day? Of course not. I have another friend. He lost his wife of 70 years just last couple months ago. But you know what he just did? He just called me a little bit. And he said, Trig, I want to read you a poem about love. And he called me and he read to me a poem about love. He's 94 and he was tearing up as he was remembering his wife. That is the power of love. And even though we all give up on, maybe you've given up on love, and especially I'm talking to younger people. You know, I think there are maybe 2 kinds of people that struggle with Valentine's Day. Young people, because they don't have that person, and then maybe people at middle, maybe it's everyone at midlife, because their marriages aren't what they hoped they would be, or it's changed the work so much. Or maybe you're later in life and you've lost that loved one, or things, you've been through so much now that you don't have that same kind of feeling anymore. And I really I get sad when people say that love is not about chocolate and kisses. Yes, it is. Do you not like kisses? Do you not love someone telling you that they love you? Do you not like gifts and roses and maybe to have someone help you with the laundry? I mean, some people love that, right? Of course you do. So don't say that this day is just a made-up Hallmark event. Yeah, of course, I understand that marketing is marketing, and same thing goes for Christmas, right? But you're not going to just give up Christmas because Starbucks sells red cups, right? Instead, you bring the true meaning of these things into these events, into St. Valentine's Day. I know that for many people, especially if they're people of faith, obviously I am a Christian, I love Jesus. A lot of people go the route of, for God so loved the world. And so, as if somehow that is going to take away the pain, or as if that is somehow a better thing to love your husband, or to feel the loss maybe of your wife of 70 years. It's not either. God said to man, it is not good for you to be alone. It was God's idea that you wouldn't be alone. So it's not a man-made idea. It's not Hallmark's fault that you feel lonely or that you feel hopeful today. It's not about the money. It's not about all the things that you need to do for that person. It's about restaurants that are overpacked today. And I mean, those are good things, right? Wouldn't you want to, if you were the person that's being loved, wouldn't you want your friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband to wait in line with you for 3 hours because they want to spend that hour with you, that night, that day with you? Of course you would. Sacrifice is a part of love. And yes, I know that love is more than hugs and kisses, but if you don't have that, then something is wrong with your love. I love my wife. I love kissing my wife. She loves to kiss me as well, not to get graphic or anything, but when you look at a movie and you are watching any movie, don't you love the love scenes? I'm not talking about crazy stuff, but just when someone hugs somebody else with genuineness, don't you love that? Of course you do. Because it's what God put in us. It's not good for man to be alone. It's not good for a woman to be alone. So therefore, he created this bond between them. And you might be someone who has a beautiful relationship. Maybe you have been married less than 5 years, maybe less than 10 years. Those are beautiful times. Every marriage, we've been married now 23 years, and maybe some of you have been married for longer, 50 years, maybe you're not married, you're single, you've been divorced, you're a single parent. But all these things are just labels that we put on because we don't know how to describe our pain. Nobody wakes up and says at 15, I'm going to be a single parent the rest of my life. Stop calling yourself that. Of course it describes your situation, your struggle. But God didn't say it's not good for man to be alone, except for single moms, that they should be alone. No, of course not. No single mom wants to be a single mom. No divorced person wants to be divorced. No widow wants to be a widow. No 14-year-old that feels depressed today wants to feel depressed. We all want love. That's God-given. So that is huge. Love is awesome. Number 2, love is a mystery. Love is a mystery. So stop trying to figure out love. Like, okay, I know what to do now, so I don't have to work anymore at my relationship. Man, both men and women, but maybe women, but I think both are complicated creatures, right? So stop saying to yourself, I don't need to figure this out anymore. We don't need to go and do anything. You don't want to go out tonight? Don't go out tonight. But you should go out on Friday night. Make sure you do something. I know you don't need it. I know it's overhyped, but when was the last time you went out with your husband or with your girlfriend? You don't have to spend a bunch of money. You don't want to do today, then don't do today. Do tomorrow. Do next week. But do it. Because love is a mystery. It's not just something you figure out once and then boom, you're done. Love is a mystery. And then the third thing that I think is huge, besides these two awesome ones, is that love is for everyone. Love is for everyone. I don't think love is just for people with money, happy people, whoever they are. Love is for you. Love is for everyone, no matter your stage of life. I have, as I said, many friends that are widows. And, they're not going to get married again, but I remember my aunt. She lost her husband late in life. She was maybe 70. And she was dating another older gentleman for maybe 10 years. Because she wanted the companionship. And he wanted the love, the relationship. I don't know all the ins and outs. I don't want to know. But it just constantly reminds me that we're made for love. Because love is awesome. You are created for love. Because love is incredible. Love is awesome. And so this is so huge. Love is for you. That's why we work at it, right? That's why we feel sad. That's why people post, I hate St. Valentine's Day, because obviously you've been hurt. And I don't dismiss pain, but God didn't create us to be in pain or to remain in pain. Be self-aware that the reason why you're saying some of these things about men or Valentine's Day is because of your pain. And the good news is that pain can heal. It might take you a lifetime. The healing may look differently for everyone. But you don't have to give up love for Lent. You can if you want. Maybe for some, that's step one of the healing process. But I am one that on this day is going to stand for love. Because love is for everyone. Love is for you. Love is for me. Love is for my daughters, for my son. Love is for you, wherever you're at today. Love is for you. So, thanks so much for watching. I want to just encourage you, don't give up on love. Pursue it. Date your wife. You're alone tonight, ask God to give you someone. You don't want to pray? Write out your ideal person. You're in a relationship that's not working? Move on. Move on, because love is about not feeling that loneliness. God said it is not good for man to be alone. Love is about companionship and about partnering. I'll close with one beautiful story. I had this man here in my house who was helping me with a bunch of work. He was maybe in his 60s, maybe late 50s. And I asked him about his wife. And he said that his wife was back in Mexico, so he really missed her. And I asked him, what do you miss most about her? And what he told me was amazing. He didn't say her cooking, didn't say hugs and kisses, as much as he did miss that. You know what he said? He said, when I come home and I'm so exhausted and I just sit down after being, he was a farmer. I love that she gets up and hands me a cup of water. I love that she hands me a cup of water. And I'm not saying that women or men or anybody are servants, but you get my point, right? It's just those little things that we remember the most. What do I love most about my wife besides how beautiful she is, how amazing of a compassionate spirit she is, how she supports me and encourages me when I am down and out? What I love most is that she knows me. That when the minute that she sees me going crazy or being down, that she knows and she asks me, can I do anything? She knows me. What that man was saying. His wife knew him, and so that's why that cup of water was so special. What is the thing that you long for the most in love? Is it companionship? Is it someone that cares? Are you in a relationship that you need to give up, that you need to let go of? Consider these things. Leave me a comment below. Subscribe. Thanks so much.